only I had a better countdown. Oh, wait, I do.
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second time night that asshole's cut in.
Yeah, there you go!
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. It is time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere, and as usual, I am joined by There Can Be Only One, the Hylunder. What's happening, man? Uh-oh, he's got the rock and roll working. What's up? Of course, it doesn't work the way it used to because he's trying to promote his albums and stuff behind him. So
Yeah, I'm not.
he kind of gets lit up there. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I get
But
a
anyway.
hue now. A hue. Oh, I still get the rando thumbs up though.
You'll get the rando thumbs up. Hey, the Apple has a mind of its own. It's going to show you what it wants to.
Let's see what makes it go. How's it going with you, man? How's the privateer coming along?
The privateer is coming along, man. I didn't have a show because we lost a family member Friday, so I didn't really
Yes,
feel like doing a
indeed.
show. So
Shout out to Mary Lou. What a
Yeah.
wonderful life she led. She's a strong lady. Topped out in her rank. The last couple, her last tour was at the Pentagon. Patriot, strong lady. She was always good to me. Very influential in my life. Big loss for our family, but rest in peace. Love you, and we'll see you down the road for sure.
yeah, for sure, man. Whenever I heard she had a heart attack and she had to be flown to Bangor to get it dealt with. And I just prayed for the Lord's will for her because Mary was a very active person. She loved to hunt, fish, all that shit. She was an outdoors person.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been able to do that the last few years. Danny and I went and visited them this last year, and she's been in and out of the hospital and strapped to an oxygen tank because of years of smoking, boys and girls. If you're doing it, stop it, because that's what pretty much cut short our aunt. So she's been strapped to an oxygen tank for almost a decade now. So
Yeah.
and
that'll take a toll on your heart, man. When you're not getting enough oxygen, your heart has to really work hard.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't
So
getting the
God bless
exercise
her.
she needed
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just
Thanks for the well wishes in the chat. Really appreciate that.
Yeah,
So-
it was a shame because look, let me tell you something. She was single. She was always single. Never got married.
Yeah.
But she loved her nieces and nephews. Man, every one of us have been putting up posts about her.
Absolutely.
She dug all of us. Matter of fact, she is responsible for the greatest movie experience I've ever had. I remember when Return of the Jedi came out, Dan. She wanted me to come down to Metairie and see her.
Yeah.
And I said, look, either pick me up on a Tuesday or a Thursday because Wednesday I'm going to be in the theater.
Right.
She said, okay, I'll pick you up Tuesday. And she took me down there and she dropped me off on her way to work. You know, she was in the guard. She was She's a career guard person.
Yep.
And she dropped me off in front of a theater at 6:30 in the morning. There was already 80 people there in line. And went and saw Return of the Jedi, and it was the best movie experience of my life. It was because my Aunt Mary took me down to a big, huge theater down in Metairie, much bigger than the ones we had up here. And it was awesome. So, yeah, if I had something to drink, I'd pour one out for her. But cheers to Aunt Mary. Love her to death.
Absolutely. She will be missed.
Yeah, she will. All right. On to more fun stuff. What are you plucking with tonight, man?
We got to recognize our guy. He's in the chat. So,
okay. I
got to recognize our guy.
Do that yet, but that's okay, man. I will get to it, bro.
Dude,
actually, you can do that nowadays, but that's okay. I'll do it for you.
There are some who call me Tim.
And Tim put a little nice tribute in there. That's nice. Thank you very much, bro. I'm not even going to attempt to sing that, but that's very cool, dude. Very cool. Appreciate it. Who else is in the chat since we're sitting here? Who else is in there besides you and me and Tim? Well, Josh Wolfen came in with Hack the Planet early and got the chat going. So, hey.
Reference to the movie Hackers. So, it's cool. Love that movie.
There you go, man. Okay.
So, we're going to use
what are you hacking the Matrix with tonight, bro?
This is the Les Paul Studio, and you're not going to be able to see worth a shit with this thing. But it's
you get it close to the camera, they'll be able to see it. There you go.
Pretty color, it's got the burst on it. It's got the humbuckers. It's it's their low end version. Les Paul Studio with twin humbuckers, and it's hot, man. It rocks pretty good. I don't use it very often because I just find my vintage guitars resonate better. But
do they?
I'll play it. So it's out of tune right now. Ooh, I haven't played this thing in a long time. But yeah, we're going with Gibson Les Paul. So there you go.
Well, you was a little bit busy with me going through articles and stuff.
Yeah, I usually tune up before, but I didn't even get a chance to.
Yeah. But that's okay. That's okay. I've got your music on tap here. Don't worry. It'd be in the show.
Classic rando.
And Danny, we finally hacked the Matrix. When it comes to Dan having control of the videos, I'm in big trouble tonight because he's going to cut me off at every turn with something like this. I'm sure he's going to hit me with that. But you know what? You know what's good for me is he doesn't know which ones are GIFs, which are the ones you can talk through, and which ones are videos.
Right.
Hey.
Right.
Okay. Hey, look, man, stop yelling at me, dude. He always gets on me when you and I start having fun.
Yo.
He said it's time for the top of the heap, man. Top of the heap.
Gotcha.
You know what time it is, bro.
Yeah, it's time to talk about the craziness going around the world. Hey, LSU came out of the gates really good, by the way. The baseball team, they are swinging, and
a bunch of my friends went to go see them play. Who was it they played?
Northwestern, not too long ago.
Okay, yeah, a bunch of my friends were posting all over Facebook. They were there. John Grant, if you remember him, Amanda's godfather, was there, and a bunch of guys from the club we used to work at, Cowboys, were there.
Yeah, they just played the Deacons a couple days ago. So I think they were actually in Northwestern because LSU was wearing the away grays. So
yeah, they came to Texas to see it. Yeah, for sure. All right, boys and girls, you know what's top of the list, though.
Eject! Fire on the flight deck. This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control and we'll be lucky to live through it.
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
Yeah, man.
What can men do?
Look, we've got an interesting series of events that happened this week when it came to Ukraine, the thing we always trying to keep you guys up to snuff on. And sure enough, everybody's being up to snuff with it now. With Trump being in office, he's trying to get the shooting to stop, is what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And it was an interesting week. As you can see, we had these headlines early this week. U.S. strikes deal with Ukraine that includes access to their rare earth minerals. And they were supposed to sign off on this thing on Thursday. And Zelensky's meeting with Trump and Vance unravels into an extraordinary clash. I'm going to show you some of the video, guys. I'm not going to show this whole thing, but you've got to see what happened in the Oval Office, what pitch it got to. It was I'd never seen anything like it. Watch.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
Playing cards.
That's
Stop.
I mean, that's what pitch it got to, Dan. It was and they eventually threw him out of the Oval Office. So they didn't do the mineral rights thing. Zelensky leaves White House without signing deal after Trump shouted at him, and both he and Vance berated Ukrainian leader as disrespectful. It was very strange.
We were talking about this earlier, and I think Zelensky took an opportunity because he's on the world stage there. He's on the world stage right there, and he's voicing his position.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world has moved on to Israel and the Gaza Strip, and that thing's still going. So he's
3 years worth. Yeah.
He's still, he's voicing his opinion. Now, we see later on, and I'm sure you're going to show the headline where he's backing away from that, and he's saying, we can't move forward without.
Right. Let's go ahead and continue the timeline here. Since that happened, Zelensky seeks support at emergency European summit after bruising Trump encounter. Also, he went to Great Britain and signed a $2.84 billion Ukraine loan deal there in Great Britain, and he got to meet the king. So he did all that. And also, like Danny said, Zelensky says Trump's backing is crucial after U.S. president berated him in the White House. He did say that. He wants the U.S. help. But what was strange about that whole encounter is usually when two sides are going to sign a deal like this and the cameras are on and the press is there, it's usually, a done deal. They're done with it, and it's usually complimentary things between the two of them. But Zelensky got up there and started listing his grievances against the Russians, and like he was trying to renegotiate the thing. It was really strange.
If you look at the timeline, very quickly after that, he gets support from the European Union, right? The UK, whatever you want to call it. So I think he's already got that in his back pocket. So he shows, he goes on the world stage and voices his grievances because he knows in the back pocket that he's got money coming in from the UK. That's what that tells me.
Yep. Hey, Kay, good to see you. Well, here we've got the headline: UK, France, and Ukraine will present peace deal to Donald Trump. British Prime Minister says, and that right there, I was like, these are the people that need to be involved in this. But it's going to present it to Trump. Isn't Putin the guy that needs to be involved in this?
Yeah, why are they not presenting it to the two leaders of the war and have these other people in the room, obviously, right? But,
right.
I mean, if the two leaders that are warring with each other are not signing off on any deals, what are they doing?
Yeah. But,
it just looks to me like a bunch of meatheads. So that's what it looks like to me. And again, bunch of meatheads, political leaders, blah, 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 blah.
Well, I tell you, man, whether he meant to or not, he's getting Europe involved. Maybe that is his entire thing with talking to Putin first and then coming back to Zelensky. Maybe he's trying to get the nervous party in this, which is the EU, right?
What is their backyard?
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? Why didn't the former administration push for the EU backing? And why didn't they foot the bill? It's right there. Why are we footing the bill? But now you have a new administration, and now they're pushing for mineral rights and having the UK foot the bill.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's interesting, man.
Bizarre
Very
what went on. So
yeah. But Das
well,
Wolf
we
says,
question that stuff, as American citizens, we question that.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
This is what we get from our leaders, man. Hey, what about
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
I told you, he's gonna go crazy.
You have to take it at face value.
I hear you, Dan. Look, all I know is this. None of these talks were going on in the previous administration.
No.
Right here at the start of the Trump administration.
Just
where movement is happening. Movement is happening. So
something is going on. So at the end of the day, hopefully that's a good thing,
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, that other conflict is starting to degenerate again. But I found this interesting. I had a laugh at this. Top Hamas official says, if I knew what would happen, I wouldn't have supported attacking Israel.
And you were puss. Always bled.
Hamas leader Mazouk now regrets the October 7th attack on Israel, admitting that
I bet he does.
Seeing the devastating fallout, he would never have supported it. Yeah, that's hindsight's 2020, as they say, Dan. Also this week out of there, we're hearing this. Israel blocks aid to Gaza as ceasefire standoff escalates. Now, we covered the exchange of the hostages and the prisoners just recently. And I believe they got like 33 they got 3 hostages back for 196 prisoners.
Yeah, it was like one for every 130.
What is going on here?
That's just and now it's breaking down again.
Yeah. Imagine why
they're never going to come to terms. They're never going to reach an agreement that they can both get behind. It's just not going to happen. It just ain't going to happen. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Kay says, I didn't see the meetings between Ukraine and the U.S. when the previous administration was in office. Absolutely. You sure didn't. No, you didn't see them at all.
Here's money and let us keep laundering what we're doing. So
I was fixing to say, you know what I think about this from the start, man. It's money laundering. It's money laundering. But anyway, there you go, boys and girls. That's top of the heap for this week.
Top of the heap.
And dude,
wrap it up, B.
Say what? What did you say, man?
I've
never heard you say that before. Are you trying to tell me to wrap it up, bro?
Wrap that shit up, B.
So is this guy.
Yo.
He said it's time for the jockstrap, bro.
Jockstrap.
Time for different set of millionaires trying to tell us.
How is he missing all those shots? He's got great form. That dude just takes it in the chin every time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he
does. But that's okay. Our boy, he had a midlife crisis recently. He had he got himself in a little jam.
No doubt.
But
he might still be in the jailhouse for all I know.
Let's hope not. Let's hope
we need to check on him, man.
I don't know about you, but I'm still a Cut Daddy fan. Smoking Jay Cutler is the man, dude. I'm sorry. Always will be. He is the man.
Yeah, you got to have more characters in the NFL, man.
What do we got going on? Well, the biggest name in free agency, and I can't believe this was even a name. Let me tell you where this started from. The Rams at the end of the season told him to go ahead and seek a trade, see what his value was. Now, if you want to keep a player, you don't tell him to go seek a trade, because all it's going to do is up the ante when it comes to contract time with him. You know what I mean? He's going to find out what he's worth. It's going to cost you more. It was not a smart move to me for the Rams. And I hated to see it, because the 2 big names that were coming up were Vegas. Apparently there was a meeting with him and Tom Brady where he tried to sell the Raiders to him. And then the Giants were definitely interested because guess what?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
I mean, the Rams.
The Giants don't have a quarterback on their roster right now. They don't have one. So, but it looks like the Rams have met with him. The contract stuff is not finalized yet, but he is staying in LA. Good move for LA. I mean, they're just a couple of pieces away from being a Super Bowl contender. Boys and girls, if you don't remember, they're the only team. They came within 20 yards of beating the Eagles in the playoffs. They're the only ones that showed up against them. I mean, and it was in the snow in Philly. Stuff that the Rams aren't used to playing in. You know what I mean? So,
well, I don't know. That Commanders team played pretty good ball. If they'd have had a little, all the turnovers they had. But anyway.
I was fixing to say the score was outrageous in that one because
the Rams tell him to float and see what his value is, maybe so they can give him a fair deal.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Because he's staying there, right?
Let's see. Yeah, he is staying. Okay. Das Wolfen says the Raiders are getting Russell Wilson. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with that. All I know is I'm happy for Matthew. I'm a big Matthew fan. I've been a fan of his ever since he joined the NFL. Ever since I saw that bit the NFL Network put out there where he was mic'd up for those 4 minutes against the Browns at the end of that game where he got his shoulder separated and went in for one more play and won the game for him.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest things I've ever seen and shows you how tough the dude is, man.
He's tough.
Is tough. He's a dog, as they say in Georgia. And so,
yeah. And, he's got his Super Bowl, so that's good.
Yeah, he's got nothing to prove.
There, who knows? But
look, he's not going to go to a team that's got a better chance at getting him to the big game again than L.A. He's not going to. Because everybody's got their trigger man that's poised to do that. So, also look at this. Trump is going to be in every section.
But I wouldn't want to go after him. He's too old anyway. So
here we go. Trump promises to pardon Pete Rose. The all-time hit leader was banned from baseball for betting on games and was never inducted in the Hall of Fame. He says in this article. Of course, they talk about him being Charlie Hustle. He's still the all-time hits leader. And this is what Trump said.
5 different positions.
This is what Trump said. He never betted on himself or on the other team. He had the most hits by far in baseball history and won more games than anyone in sports history. And he also said Trump said Rose was a much better player than many already in the Hall of Fame and called on the league to award Rose the honor posthumously. So, yeah, I've been screaming this since day one. I mean, it's the guy never bet on his own team or anything like that, or a bet against his team. He never.
Well, I tell you what, if he was playing today, the way all the major sports are partnered with the gambling sites, this wouldn't even been in question.
No, not at all.
But if you're talking about just sheer talent, baseball talent, there is nobody better all-around player ever to play in baseball than Pete Rose. That's why, to me, and it's posthumous now. It's just
that's sad that they never put him in while he was alive.
Criminal, man, because to me, the Hall is just it's illegitimate if you don't have your best player
that's ever played the game.
The game is not in the Hall.
I mean, us Boston guys are fans of what's the fella's name that had his head friggin' frozen? What's his name, dude?
Frozen.
You know who I'm talking about. I you know baseball better than me. Ted Williams, is that his name?
Ted Williams had his head frozen?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
no, he did.
Yeah, just in case that they could reanimate him later on.
He was a great hitter, that's for sure, man. He lost several prime years to the war. I think it was the Korean War.
That's what I'm saying. Boston fans would argue Ted Williams probably.
No, all around, you can't beat Charlie Hustle. I mean, 5 different positions, you win the Gold Glove. 5 different positions.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Anyway, we got one more in the jockstrap this week. My brother's favorite quarterback in the NFC right now. Jaden Daniels just got a new target, apparently.
That kid, Jaden Daniels.
All these rumors about the 49ers moving Deebo Samuel finally came true this weekend at the Combine, and the 49ers agreed to send wide receiver to the Commanders for a late draft pick. 6th round draft pick is all they had to give up for this guy. That is ridiculous.
Well, the guy is look, the guy's been known to be a head case on the sideline. He's got great talent. So it'll be interesting how they juggle him and the number 1 wide receiver they got there in the Commanders. But this guy definitely a second option because Jaden Daniels' second options were not good. They were dropping the ball.
He had McLaren, and that was it.
That was it. Everybody else dropping the ball. So they're set at the running back. They're set at the line. They need a little defensive help, but that really makes them pretty scary on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
it really does.
For sure. And I'm looking forward to how he does. I like watching the Commanders with your boy there. Danny had been telling me how good this guy was at LSU, and he knows I don't watch college football, so. But man, impressive.
Look, the rest of the NFC East.
It's dangerous. Your obsession with me. Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone. From Top Gun. You're in the danger zone. Don't they know you're in the danger zone?
Danger
Yikes, the danger zone.
Danger zone.
All right, boss, relax. Wig.
Yo.
He says time for the flicks, bro.
Flicks,
time for flicks.
man.
Let's go.
That's
what he said. It's time for the flicks. Yes. It's time to check out a different set of millionaires that like to. Matter of fact, they're having a big party tonight in LA that I'm not even interested in watching tonight, but we'll have a report on it next week after we find out what happens tonight.
What is it, the Oscars?
Yeah, the Oscars is tonight. They start in about half an hour, but I'm not even interested in it. Last year I watched it with some friends of mine, but this year, no, not even interested in that. But it has to do with what's up for the awards this year. There's one.
Yeah.
I just hope. I hope the one award it gets. I hope that Zoe Saldana gets Best Supporting Actress award for that movie. Just because I like Zoe Saldana, but the rest of it, no. If you know the one I'm talking about, Dan, Amelia Perez, have you heard of this movie?
Mm-mm.
It's about a drug cartel leader that wants to be a woman instead of a man, and it's a musical, and he gets the sex change operation. And for the first time in the Academy's history, a transgender actress that used to be a man is up for Best Actress at the Academy Awards.
Classic rando.
Exactly. What the hell? Chew on that for a second, Dan.
Wow, I can't.
But anyway. Let's check out the box office results. These, of course, are projections because we still got tonight to go, but Captain America Brave New World is going to rake in $15 million. They still are not getting close to the 200 million mark, and that's not good for a Marvel tentpole movie. It's not doing well. It has dropped off drastically from its first weekend. Next up, we've got Last Breath. That was its first weekend this weekend, and it's making 7.8. The Monkey, which is a horror film, I think, 6.3. Paddington, 4.5, and Dogman, 4.2. That's where we're at with the box office.
What's
Not
Last
many people
Breath?
Last Breath, it's starring Woody Harrelson. It's about deep sea divers and a storm going on with the guys that are running things. And yeah, it sounds a lot like The Abyss without the alien stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Based on a true story or anything like that?
I don't really know, Dan. We can look it up and see if you'd like. We can do that.
That's Wolfen says The Abyss with aliens.
With aliens? No, without aliens.
With allies?
With allies.
Aliens. With aliens, yes. Okay.
Aliens? No, I think it's without aliens. I don't think there's aliens involved in this one. Cap fell off the cliff was predicted. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely was. We know that. And he also says it is the night they gave away the golden dildos to self-absorbed airheads. Oh, God. That's funny. See, he's agreeing with me now. He says without. Sorry. Yeah, that's basically what it looked like to me, Dan. But anyway, we had this story this week talking about the fall of Captain America. Deadpool creator calls for Marvel's Kevin Feige to get off the mound. He likes to use baseball references, Dan. This guy does. He's a big baseball fan. After Captain America Brave New World's box office crash, he's spent. He said this on his podcast. He has a popular podcast with nerds. And I listened to some of it, and he was basically talking like a fan, like you and me do, saying, look, every one of these movies is making less and less money. You're veering farther and farther away from the source material. You got to look at the guy that's at the top. And hold him accountable. Okay. My God, Danny's having a good time with that. And it does not get much better. Because Danny didn't like this story at all. Avengers Doomsday concept art reveals first look at Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom and more. Yeah, they released some of the concept art. And
just another mistake, dude.
Again!
Yeah. Avengers Doomsday concept art reveals Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom and more Marvel characters. And I wouldn't look this stuff up if you guys don't like spoilers, because there is some stuff in there.
I mean, they already had a good, we talked about this in pre-show. They already had a guy that played a good Dr. Doom. I like that guy.
You talking about Julian McMahon from the original Fantastic Four movies? Yeah.
They're going to bring back the guy that's your anchor, the icon, Iron Man, and you're going to put him in Dr. Doom's outfit? That doesn't even make any sense, man. That's just dumb.
It's a desperation move, man. That's all it is. But I mean, if I could talk to him,
you'd probably say something like this:
"You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole."
Exactly. This is not brain surgery. Just take the comic book, use it as your Bible, and make the damn movie.
Well, yeah, that's
my brother would appreciate that.
Billions and billions of dollars that they've made comes from the comic books. I don't know why they have to veer from the damn comic book. That's where their fan base is.
Yep.
You're not making
there is a Marvel universe where Tony is Dr. Doom. Well, that Marvel universe makes no sense to me. If you're going to present Dr. Doom, present him the original way. If you're starting the Fantastic Four new, then you need to have the Dr. Doom be. Stop that. Exactly. That's what I was looking for. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, also we've got some sad news to report this week in Hollywood. First off, Michelle Trachtenberg, Gossip Girl and Buffy the Vampire Slayer actor, dies at 39 years old. That's too young.
Way too young, man.
Really is. She was a gorgeous girl.
Did they say what the cause of death was on that deal?
Her mother found her dead at her apartment in the morning the day she died, and she had just had a liver transplant and had just come home. So, it was probably complications from that, I would imagine. She's been looking sickly for a while now, and her fans have been telling her to get help and stuff like that. And I have to give it to her. She fired back at her fans going, look, haters are going to hate, obviously. I'm taking care of myself.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
They need people, a total stranger, to tell them how to live their life.
Right. But she died. She passed away at 39. It's a sad thing. Buffy fans will know who she was. She played Buffy's sister, I think, on that show. So anyway, I've never watched Buffy in my life. Never watched Angel. I didn't pick up on the actor that played Angel until he started doing Bones. I've never seen that mystery show.
Kim watched. I think I've watched a couple of the Bones.
It's good. Booth, the character he plays on that one, is really cool, man. He's an ex-sniper in the Marine Corps, and he's pretty cool, working for the FBI.
I've actually watched a lot of those things because Kim's a big fan of that show. So I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I know that it's been on a lot. So
right. Kay says I kind of watched Gossip Girl, but I couldn't get into it. Yeah, I got you. But anyway, I'll tell you right now, though, one of our favorites passed away this week. and under some really odd circumstances, but they aren't kidding when they say legendary actor Gene Hackman, wife Betsy, and dog found dead inside their New Mexico home.
Total icon, man. Total icon. Well,
this guy is one of the best.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
What a great actor. Great
We're
actor.
gonna let me go ahead and pull up his IMDb page real fast, because we got to look at some of his best movies, man. Of course, he won 2 Academy Awards. For 2 of his best movies. Yeah. 2 of his best movies that he ever made. Let's see, Gene Hackman. Sorry about this, guys. I was so busy at the beginning of the show I didn't get this up. But of course, oh wow, the picture they have here is from The Conversation. If you remember that movie, but Gene had a hell of a career, man. Hell of a career. I do want to highlight a couple of his great movies. Of course, the ones that he won the Academy Award for, he won for Unforgiven, playing the sheriff in that movie.
French Connection.
Also won for the French Connection. He won Best Actor for French Connection. He won Best Supporting Actor for Unforgiven. 2 of the best movies I've ever seen.
Monster movies, man.
Danny and I have seen the chase scene from French Connection a million times. So that's one of those movies we had on, what was it, 8mm, Dan?
Yeah.
We projected on a white wall and watch it. And great chase scene where he's chasing the elevated train. Actually, that's the end of the chase scene right there. The poster for that movie is the end of that chase scene and what happens.
Gets him going up the stairs there.
Yep.
And was it?
He thought he got away from him, and that was it. He got him. But that one actually was based on a real guy, Popeye Doyle, who was a cop, I think, in Pittsburgh. Is that
Brooklyn?
Right? Was it New York? New York? Okay.
Yeah. Brooklyn, I believe it was.
It had to do with a drug smuggling from France. Yep.
From La France.
La France. But the list goes on and on. The Royal Tannenbaums, if you've ever seen that movie, he's hilarious.
That's a great movie, dude.
Yes,
he's awesome
is. The Mexican's good.
The Mexican's awesome.
He's the coach in The Replacements, man, which is a really good football movie. I love that one. Enemy of the State, a lot of people like that one. He's the guy that helps Will Smith get away from all the surveillance in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go on and on and on, and I just might.
Absolute Power is very good.
The Birdcage. If you've never seen that movie, you will laugh your ass off. He plays a conservative senator that has to meet the parents of the guy who's going to marry his daughter, and it's hilarious.
What's the name of the movie he did with Costner, where Costner was like an undercover spy?
That's No Way Out, dude. No Way Out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had the guy. I can't remember the actor's name, but hang on a second. He was in Wired Earp. Of course, I've never watched Wired Earp. It's so freaking long.
Father, I believe, of Wyatt.
Yeah. He's in The Firm, The Unforgiven. I mean, there's so many movies, and he's been around for so long. I have to scroll all the way down here. Under Fire, Superman, of course, he was Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I mean, one of his greatest.
Still, I mean, his Lex Luthor, his version of Lex Luthor, to me, is still my favorite.
Yeah, it's mine too. He makes it funny because he makes everybody look stupid. You know,
stupid. He believes everybody around him is stupid anyway.
It's so great, man. Yeah, it's really good. The Conversation was a very famous movie he did. The Poseidon Adventure, he was the God helps those who helps themselves preacher in it that saved everybody in the end. And but I'm looking for the one that we were talking pregame about. Where is it at, Danny? Have I missed it?
What's it about?
Bite the Bullet. Where
is
it? Yeah, where is that thing?
Man.
There it is. Bite the Bullet. Our good friend Outlaw Bill, this guy right here who's saying hi. Yeah. He did this show today. I think it was today. Isn't that when you did it, Outlaw Bill? And it's one of the best Westerns you'll ever see. I always tell people it's Cannonball Run in the Old West. It's a horse race across the United States. Pretty cool damn movie. But yeah, he is Lex, no doubt, Das Wolf, and he is Lex Luthor, no doubt. Those first 2 Superman movies. Yeah, Outlaw Bill says yes, he did it today. But we lost one of the greats, guys, when we lost him. And I tell you, the news we're getting from it is just really strange, man.
It's
Gene
really
Hackman
bizarre.
and
Really bizarre.
wife's death suspicious enough in nature to investigate search warrant says when they entered the building to find them. They were apparently found by some contractors that work there on a regular basis, and
the front door was open.
Front door was open. They weren't going to go in the house though. They called 911, and they could see them.
They did a welfare check
through the window, and they had them come out. But apparently their extremities were beginning to mummify. Kay says 9 days later. I had heard it was 2 weeks later, but
it's just really bizarre. The point here is, we lost a great actor.
Yeah,
I don't, obviously we never know these people on a personal level, but his body of work is amazing. It stands alone. So
I heard him in an interview once, Dan, say that he never turned down a part because he didn't know when he was. He grew up not knowing when he was going to eat again. So
he retired in 2004 because his doctor said, "Look, your heart can't take a lot of stress." So that's when he retired and became a recluse. I mean, he just dropped off the map.
Yep.
Because of his health issues. So.
Yep. Yeah, we definitely are going to miss him. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I think he's fantastic. We've got another one that passed away. Now, this guy, I didn't know his music. David Johansen, singer from the seminal band The New York Dolls, dies at 75.
Yep.
I didn't really know his body of work as a musician. I knew he was a musician, but I will always remember him as the ghost of Christmas Past in my favorite Christmas movie, Scrooge, starring Bill Murray. He is hilarious as the ghost of Christmas Past. He's the taxi driver.
He was really good. Really good.
It was fantastic in that movie.
That's an iconic role that everybody remembers. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
No doubt.
Did you ever listen to his music, Dan? I know you're a big music buff. So,
well, I remember when MTV first came into being. The New York Dolls had a video that you and I have watched. I'll have to look it up, but that was the only song I ever saw them do. I remember Gene Simmons. Somebody asked Gene Simmons one time, "Was there a band that you wish had made it?" And he cited the New York Dolls, but they just never, took off. But
Outlaw Bills lets us know here that "Hot, Hot, Hot" was his one hit. Feeling hot, hot, hot. I do remember that song, and that almost sounded like it had a big band feel to it.
Well, I think that wasn't New York Dolls. I think that was just him on a solo thing.
Is that what it was?
New York Dolls were really bluesy, kind of. I mean, kind of on par with the Stones, actually.
Really?
So.
Wow. Okay.
But there was only room for one Stone.
I know they've got a big fan base. It's a small one, but they're very passionate. Kind of like the
big fan base, but there's a small one.
You understand what I'm saying? It's a niche fan base. They're very passionate. Their numbers are small, but they're passionate. New York Dolls fans. So let's see. Das Wolfen says that was his character, Buster Poindexter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do remember that. That's what they called him. Well, never mind then. Darkwood says maniac. Okay, let's see. We got one more since we're on the music pass. Danny wants to share with you something that his guitar teacher.
Yeah, my guitar instructor, Dario Lorena, the new band, his new band, Dark Chapel. They just had a release.
Is he still working with Zach? Or?
Oh yeah, still doing it. Black Label's coming out with their new album later on this year, I think Octoberish. But Dark Chapel just released their debut album, and it's really good, man. So if you're a metalhead, I highly suggest you check it out. The guy's amazing, and the band is tight, and the vocals are. I was amazed by his vocals, actually. The guy's got pretty good vocals, so check it out. Yeah.
Do you want me to hit the preview on this real quick?
Sure, man.
Hear a little bit of it? Or
yeah.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to cut that off, or it's going to hit.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
man.
Check him out, man. Check him out. What's the name of it again?
It's Dark Chapel. Dark Chapel is the name of the band. Spirit of the Glass. Yeah, Spirit of the Glass Orchid is the name of the album.
Let me bring it back up real quick, and I'll put the link in real fast.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's my history at?
He's got some piano stuff in there, some acoustic stuff. I mean, the guy is well rounded as far as a musician goes. So if you dig that kind of, energy music, it's rock and roll metal kind of thing. But yeah, check it out.
Dark Chapel.
Dark Chapel's the name of the
The
band.
way it's spelled, and I'm going to put the link right in the chat right there. Bam! There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There it is, boys and girls. There it is. Let's see. Outlaw Bill says he was in Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. He could not kill the cat. Okay. Well, I don't think I've seen that one before. If he had any other film roles, I didn't really know about it, man. But I will never forget him being in that fucking Scrooge movie, though. All right, look, man, I understand we were talking about these guys for a while, but you don't have to yell at me so much, man. What is wrong with you?
Yo.
He said it is time for the earthquakes, bro. He said it's time to get onto that. And no, we didn't forget about the Diddy files this week. Diddy didn't make no news this week, folks.
Diddy didn't do Diddy, so we're not going to spend any time on Diddy.
So we're moving on. I mean, if Diddy ain't going to make news, then we're not even going to talk about his ass.
The question of freaking engineering and the construction of both highway and skyscrapers. Give me a break.
Oh, my God.
Classic rando.
All right, man. Yikes. First one we got here. Danny is very passionate about this subject. A rare salamander could change how we treat spinal cord injuries. What's this all about, Daniel?
Well, this is a particular, animal that's rare. If it loses a limb, it can regenerate the limb, arms, legs, eyes, spinal cord, which is the one organ in our body that if it's damaged, we cannot regenerate. We can't repair it. And what happens with this salamander is when it gets injured, its tissue defaults to a blank slate, basically. When we get injured, it defaults to the organ that's injured and grows scar tissue, and therefore we just can't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, it defaults to a blank slate, and then it recognizes what's damaged and then starts regenerating those cells automatically. Hell, if it loses a leg, it'll grow a leg back in like a day or two. But so this is big research. Maybe they can do something with that. Maybe they can't. Who knows? But yeah, it's very promising. There's a lot of work being done in this area, and yeah, finding this salamander and seeing what it can do is a big step forward. So I got my fingers crossed,
Yeah, I'm sure you do. He's kind of passionate about this. His son is paraplegic. So
I'm telling you right now, the Lord's got answers out there for every question we have. We just have to find
we just got to find it. We got to quit concentrating on blowing each other up and start working on shit that can help us. What I was going to ask you was this: have you watched the documentary about the guy that's probably been the public face of this, even after his death? Have you seen that documentary called Superman, the story of Christopher Reeves?
No, I haven't.
I think it's on Max.
Watch that kind of stuff for me,
I was fixing to say you may not want to watch that, dude. It looks like it's going to be a tearjerker, man. It's a documentary about him, and it's got his son on there talking about him. And
you talk about a man that really put a lot towards that.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah. He was the face of this entire problem, the spinal injury thing. So I just didn't know if you knew that documentary was out there. So
yeah.
Okay, what's he talking about? Oxalati.
Oxalati.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe
it's dangerous. Your obsession with me. Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone. From Top Gun. You're in the danger zone. Don't they know you're in the danger zone?
Maybe that's what that means.
Maybe that is what that means. Space Force reveals image snapped by two secret space plane in top
what
space planes. Shish up, you.
Start over again because
stop it. A Space Force reveals image snapped by top secret space plane for first time. Now, throughout the 15 years of its operation, the X-37B has set new records for time in orbit with each flight. And the picture they're talking about is this one right here. I'm trying to blow it up here. Yeah, there you go. Look at that, man. Is that crazy?
It's crazy, man.
That high? That's nuts. That is absolutely crazy. That they'd have a plane that could do that. This is a plane that takes off and lands.
That doesn't look like it doesn't look like the Earth is flat to me. You got a lot of flat earthers out there.
Yeah. Either that or they took this picture right when we were at a certain side of the Earth. Maybe I don't know.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
So I don't know.
Let's see what here. What are they talking about in the chat? What are they talking about in the chat? He says, that's what the salamander is. Axolotl. That's what he says. Name of the salamander.
Gotcha.
Hating us in the chat. I knew they would. That's what the chat is good for. It's for
look. That's the brains of the show right there. Is the chat?
Right. That's it.
It's not the two guys hosting the thing.
That's not the two guys hosting the thing. That's for sure. We're Cro-Magnons, dude. That's for
no doubt.
Sure. Exactly. Meatheads. This one this week we got to follow up on the Pope's health. Vatican says Pope Francis is critical but stable with no new respiratory crises. He's also given over power to his second in command, basically.
I was going to say, what are they going to do in that situation
at this time?
Yeah.
Huh?
I was going to say, what do they do in that situation? Because I don't know that he gets any better.
Just like the president, they've probably got a guy that's right at the top of the list that's supposed to make the, he's got a right hand. Pope
he's got a right hand, but
to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
And hey, Pope is tough to beat.
Yeah, he is tough to beat, no doubt. God's on his side. We know that. Shit.
God's on his side.
Let's see what else we got here. Donald Trump issues Keystone Pipeline update. Almost immediate start. Yeah, that's the drill baby drill thing going on, guys. He says he wants to get this thing going as soon as possible. Plans to build the Keystone XL pipeline in Montana and South Dakota were shelved by Biden administration over environmental concerns. Well, that our current president does not feel the same about that. So he's going to kickstart that as soon as he can. I think that's a good thing myself.
No, it's a good thing. We need to go back to being energy independent.
Energy independence is very important. That way you don't have to make deals with your enemies. Yes. Next up, we've got Lester Holt is stepping down as anchor of the NBC Nightly News after a decade. Holt will move on to NBC News' magazine show Dateline at the beginning of the summer. He says he's stepping down. Pretty interesting, man. This guy.
Let me help you back.
That's what I say.
Do you even watch the Nightly News on NBC?
I've seen this guy, man. Give me a break.
That's so funny, man. Yeah, he's one of the. This is not saying much, but he's one of the better anchors they've got on the big three networks. The guy I watch every night, or I say every night, but it's on in my living room. What is his name? David Muir.
David Muir.
Yeah, his last name sounds like mud, like what he is. And he always looks mad. He never has a smile on his face or anything.
So it's just must see TV.
Yeah, it's must see TV.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
So, Danny, are you trying to tell me? Are you seriously just trying to tell me? If I can find it.
Wrap that shit up, dude. Go, man.
By the way, the box it's playing Academy Award music, like when they try and run people off the stage. That's what it is. All right, next up, we got the Pope signs decree making Jose Gregorio Hernandez Doctor of the Poor, Venezuela's first saint. I thought that was interesting because I guess they've never had a saint from Venezuela. The date of the canonization has not been set. He apparently died in 1919 And their statement says this historic event, long awaited by Venezuelan people, is in recognition of the exemplary life and heroic virtues of a man who dedicated his existence to alleviating human suffering and transmitting a message of love and hope. So
he died in 1919.
Yeah, dude, it takes a long time to become for them to put somebody. First of all, I don't think they've ever put anybody forward as a saint. You guys correct me if I'm wrong.
If they're alive,
I don't think they get that moniker if they're alive. I don't think they do. But yeah, it's going to be Venezuela's first saint. And we have a good friend that we do a lot of streaming with named Martin Acosta Santana. He's from there. So I'm sure this is good news to him. But anyway, there you go. Venezuela's going to have a saint. Next up, House unanimously passes bill to quadruple, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times the pensions of Medal of Honor recipients.
Good.
That is dynamite.
Good.
It says bill would boost pay for those who received the nation's highest military award from $16,000 to $67,000 a year.
They shouldn't have to pay for shit. No taxes, no nothing, anything.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. The Medal of Honor isn't given to very many people.
Nope.
It's really not.
Nope.
So this is not a big drop in the bucket for the U.S. Government. It's really not, especially with Doge hard at work saving money.
Doge.
All right, let's see. Oh, man. Now, here we go.
They are living, by the way, those Medal of Honor winners. They are living things.
Yep. No doubt, right? They sure
no
are.
Diggity.
True American heroes. Here's another true American hero. Musician's bus driver caught with 200 pounds of cocaine.
Look, man, you got to keep the freaking game going. You got to keep the party going. You got to keep the band alive. Get to the next gig. Come on, that's not fueled by good feelings.
Oh, my God. He was going across the Hidalgo Reynosa International Bridge in a white Volvo bus.
You think that guy
made a secondary checkpoint, and wow, he had the goods on him.
The goods, bro.
Are you trying to say he was that coked up? Is that
look, Dean? Look, one to the next. You got to stay hyped, dude. You don't get hyped like this without a little help.
All right. Oh my God, too much, man.
Yeah.
Next up, let's see what we got. Exclusive. U.S. intel shows Russia and China are attempting to recruit disgruntled federal employees, the source says. Oh, that didn't take long.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
Intelligence indicates that the foreign adversaries are eager to exploit the Trump administration's effort to conduct mass layoffs across the
mass layoffs. Hey,
wow.
Got a job for you.
Got a job for you. We'll give you plenty of yen.
You know what I mean? How you do it?
We'll give you a fistful of yen. Sure.
How you do it, man?
Oh man, that's jacked up.
Thanks, Doge.
But here's a story about federal employees. The military, the Pentagon is sending about 3,000 more active duty troops to the U.S.-Mexico border. That is interesting right there. The Pentagon is
they are serious about stemming the flow of freaking drugs coming into the country, and I'm sure this is there's other deals being made in the background with Mexico, and this is part of it. So,
yeah, and there's been some tough talk. Between the two countries since Trump's been in about, cartels being terrorist organizations and stuff.
They are, man.
So
they are.
This is, he's not kidding when he says it. He's sending our folks down there to protect the U.S. So I pray for them to not have to engage anybody down there. That would be a good thing. And
those are active duty?
Yes.
Not the guard. They're sending active duty.
Active duty person.
Well, that shows you the level of threat they're considering here. Okay, so
yeah,
they're serious business about that.
I mean, these days the Guard is a component of our military. I mean, they get deployed a lot more than when I was in. When I was in, we were basically disaster relief and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then again, it was the Cold War. We didn't have very many skirmishes going on around the.
Well, that might be
globe.
because of the enlistment levels too. I mean, you're going to have to call on the Guard if your forces are down to a certain level. So we'll see.
Yes. Are you implying that Dean was on some nose kick?
A little bit.
No. Dean? No. Now, Dean Martin's booze needed nobody. That's for sure. That guy was drunk every day of his life. Ew. These bleeds. These fucking
talk about these bleeds? I'm going to take these bleeds, shove them up your nose.
These bleeds?
Take these bleeds. That's right here.
The thing in that movie is the outtakes at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about Cannonball Run, folks. If you haven't seen it, go and look up credits to Cannonball Run. You'll see the outtakes of the movie. They show it during the credits, and it's a riot. I mean, Dom DeLuise just getting straight smoked by Burt Reynolds every time he screws up. Hilarious, man. Good Lord. But anyway, that's it for the earthquakes tonight. So now it's time to move on to that segment where we want to take a look at those that we choose to represent us in the different governments, state, local, federal, all that good stuff. And that, of course, means we're going to be taking a look at the best and the brightest. God, man. Well, this chick right here could be on a Simple Jack Award winner every week. But she's here in Best and Brightest. Dalton Dictator Tiffany Henyard predicts landslide victory in primary despite ongoing scandals. Now, if you don't know who this is the mayor that we showed got into the melee that happened at a city council meeting. She was right there in the fight, in the middle of it.
Yeah, she was audited. And yeah, this she's been a train wreck. Really have been for that. It's a Chicagoland area town that she's the super mayor of. She predicted a landslide victory. She told people come to our victory party tonight. She was saying this all in the morning of.
And then reality.
She gets 12% of the vote, man. That's all
then
she
reality
got.
said, and Jason House topples Dalton Mayor in landslide, 82% of the vote. Holy shit! Wow. And I believe when we watched that video, isn't this the guy that was at the podium telling them we're going to vote you out?
I don't know if it was him or not, but yeah, it escalated because her boyfriend was sitting right there, and he took issue to whatever was being said, and then it popped off.
It popped off. They started throwing hands, and that was it. Yeah, but this guy, you folks in Dalton, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You got somebody else in there. Wow. You don't have to worry about the scandals anymore. Now, I'm sure this guy is probably going to have an investigation started into this chick. I'm sure. There's already investigations going on.
He's got a big mess in front of him that he's got to
he's
fix.
Got to unravel. Yeah,
I'm sure he's going
to develop his own Doge department.
Well, she's already been audited by the former mayor was asked to come in and audit her, and she found a lot of irregularities as far as money's going out, taxpayer money that this lady and people close to her were spending on other than governmental allocations, let's say. So.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've heard the end of her legal issues.
No, not at all. Also in the news, Dan Crenshaw, the guy many people on the right call Eye Patch McCain, apparent Tucker Carlson threat on hot mic sparks MAGA anger. He says that let's see, Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw, a former Navy SEAL, threatened to kill Tucker Carlson if the pair crossed paths, with his comments sparking fury from within the MAGA movement. Crenshaw's apparently murderous remarks about the former Fox News host were caught on camera and picked up by a still operating hot mic. Oh my God. Oops. Yeah, not thinking too clearly right there, man. I don't know what this guy's issue is, but he needs to learn to, when you're in public, conduct yourself.
He's gonna have to go on hiatus for a bit and get out of the public eye for a while before he's seen.
I almost put this in the top of the heap because this was a big thing this week, but the release of Jeffrey Epstein's files sparks anger from MAGA faithful. The evil deep state lied to our face. Now, what they're talking about here is the release of the Epstein files, and it was kind of deflating because we got some names that we already knew were involved. We had Michael Jackson, Alec Baldwin. Some of the Trump family was involved in it too.
What?
Well, we already know that there's pictures of them together and everything.
Absolutely. So I mean,
that definitely. But this is all stuff we already knew, and it was the House Democrat on release of Epstein files. Not a good day for the administration. Yeah, it wasn't. They basically what they did was they had a bunch of alternate news organizations go in there, Dan. Like one we use a lot. The Independent was invited to this thing, and they actually went on for about 3 hours, and they got to meet the cabinet and what they're aiming for. People like Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel, all these people were laying out what they're doing. Only 15 minutes of this 3 hours was on the Epstein files, but they came out of that meeting looking like they had just, conducted a coup. They had binders in their hands with the friggin' Epstein file thing on it, and it turned out to be a big nothing burger. And it's got a lot of the people that are back to Trump in the election looking for Pam Bondi's head because she fumbled the ball with this release and everything. I think we talked.
I don't know how a ball can be fumbled. If you have a list, put the fucking list out.
Yeah. Right. But here's the thing.
Just another example of government showing we the people.
Yeah. Right.
You don't have a right to know what goes on in their freaking halls of power and all that bullshit.
We discussed this last week, though. If they're still in the middle of, litigation against the girlfriend, this is going to be evidence that they can't release until that trial's over. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And it's silly.
We're never going to get a list.
Yeah.
It's like the freaking JFK files, heavily redacted. You're not going to get anything. We the people are too stupid to be able to handle all this stuff, so we don't get to know. But they'll just blow.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Whatnot, but we don't know anything.
Yeah, right. Stop that. Lastly, in Best and Brightest, we've got Andrew Cuomo announces a New York City mayoral campaign to run against the dude that's Teflon, as far as I can see, Eric Adams. The dude
untouchable.
Just untouchable, man. The guy that knows where all the bodies are buried, whatnot.
I mean, what a reversal of fortune that guy had, right?
Right?
Looked like the world was about to come to an end for that dude, and all of a sudden
he looked like he was going to be going arm in arm into federal penitentiary with Diddy, and all of a sudden, boom, people start dropping charges. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but apparently Cuomo,
classic rando.
I'm telling you.
Apparently Cuomo wants to run for office again.
Look at this guy. You tell me this guy isn't coked up. I mean, look at his face, man.
Well, you've seen his brother, right? The guy that was on CNN for so damn long. Yeah, it's I don't know why they want to do that. I really don't. I don't know why they'd want to do that. But it's time for the last part of the Best and Brightest, though, guys. I did forget. We're not done with it yet because we haven't covered the Trump cards. That's right. We got to cover all those things he's signing and the reactions to him and all that good stuff.
Trump cards, man.
Trump card. It's got to be talked about. We got to see what's going on with it. Of course, first of all, we've got this from the Hill. Judge temporary blocks Trump refugee ban. Now, he can sign all these executive orders he wants, but we've got checks and balances. The courts can put the kibosh on any of them. And apparently, the refugee ban is one that they're deciding to hold up and look at in the courts. And really, I think the refugee one, that's a good one to put the kibosh on right there. If you're here as if you entered the country illegally, yes, I think you should be deported. I think you need to go. But people that announce themselves as refugees and come in correctly, the same process. Look, none of us, unless you're a Native American, are from this country. None of us are. Right. So, we were all refugees at one point. So
exactly.
I agree with that one. Trump will set exact levels for Mexico and Canada tariffs coming Tuesday, says U.S. Commerce Chief. So apparently he's going forward with these our neighboring nations with the tariffs. We'll see what kind of effect they have.
Sure.
It's going to be.
Why was Kennedy killed? Who benefited? Who has the power to cover it up?
There you go.
There you go. That would have been a good one for the Epstein release, dude. I think you missed that one by a couple of spots.
Don't worry about it. Just keep on moving. Wrap it up, B. I'll get better. I just got access today, man.
I just got access today.
I'll get better, dude.
Till then, I'm a meathead. Trump signed. Now, this is unbelievable. He has to do this, but I'm glad he did. Trump signs order designating English as the official language of the U.S. Can't believe he has to sign something like this.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Makes no damn sense that he'd have to sign that thing. But English is now the official language of the U.S.
And then there's going to be a large swath of people who are going to be offended by that, and it's going to create more division. And the idea that we have to name an official language of our country is just crazy. It's just a sign of the times.
Yeah, and we were talking about it pregame, and the place where Danny works, there's a lot of Hispanic workers there, and it's
very little English is spoken around where I work. Good people, but I can't understand most of what's being said around me, which is not good as a manager.
No, and you're in charge of all those people. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Great. Let's see what else we got here. We got one more. Now our partners to the north basically have a grip on this, but Trump order calls for immediate expansion of timber production. Now our uncle is in this business, and I mean, what did he tell us, Dan? Canada's basically got the rights to most of the.
Canada has all the rights to the lumbering up there in northern Maine, and that was handed off to them by our politicians. So our best and brightest felt the need to give Canada all the lumber rights up there in northern Maine.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I'm not sure what that's trying to meet, but it's probably just trying to get revenue for the U.S. But if Canada's got the rights to it, it's making more money for them. But anyway, okay,
no money.
That for this evening is the best und brightest. All right. He's not yelling at me. He's actually being calm right now. He calmly told me, get your helmet, buckle your chin strap, get your pads on, bro. Get ready.
I'm ready, dude.
Brace yourself, because it's time to turn out the lights.
counterpunch.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Just disintegrated. Just blew him apart, dude. That's nasty.
I want a person's body can go from this position to this position in like a split instant, man.
I mean, his legs went straight
he just
horizontal.
totally.
That is the definition of laying someone out, right there.
His back is, you know. Ooh, that was.
Would you like to see the Mortal Kombat recreation of that hit, bro?
Yeah, let's check it out, man.
No, I'm just saying.
Brutal.
You know what I'm talking about.
Flawless victory.
Flawless victory, right? Oh, my God. Well, my last word tonight is going to be all about Mardi Gras. We got Fat Tuesday coming up this Tuesday.
Go ahead.
We just had our last major parade.
Fools.
Le bon temps roulé. That's right, man. Let the good times roll. We had a full schedule. I think the last couple of parades, I know we got a children's parade on Monday. No, that wraps on Tuesday. Today is the Highland Parade. That's the one where they go through the Highland neighborhood in Shreveport. That's attended by all of the different crews. Of course, yesterday was Gemini, and I made this short on my way home from work on Saturday morning, and I just shot some footage of the Clyde Fant Parkway along the parade route. I got off at 8 o'clock yesterday morning, and folks, this parade doesn't start until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is at 8 a.m. that morning. This is everybody that was getting ready and getting all their spots in place to watch the parade. So I figured I'd show you guys what it looked like right here. Usually at these major parades, this is the second major parade. Last Saturday was Centaur. This Saturday was Gemini. And there's usually about 250,000 to 500,000 people in Shreve City when this parade pops off. So now these areas I'm showing you here are the family-friendly areas on the Clyde Fant Parkway. And
I tell you, if you can't make it down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, Bossier Shreveport, they hold a pretty good parade there. Several different parades. It's a great time. So if you have a chance, go there. Yeah,
for sure, man. Come see us in North Louisiana. Let's see. Apparently, this thing navigated away from where I wanted to go.
What the fuck?
But that's okay. We can fix it real quick because it's right there. We've got some pictures here from the celebration going on in Little Elm. Well, Danny's at.
Yeah, we went there to the Little Elm.
What did you have going on here, Dan?
It was the Little Elm Mardi Gras 5K. It's a big party, and we run a 5K, and there's some different events and local vendors and food and drink and crawfish and the whole 9 yards. It was really good.
There's the Highlander right there, chilling.
Yeah, no doubt. Family and friends there, and we had La Freak was the nighttime band. They were really good. Some of you guys may have seen them because they've been around for a while. Disco band, and they were really, really freaking good. It was a really good time. Had a lot of fun. Great turnout as always. They had the drones showing at the end of it, and then they had
really?
Oh yeah.
At night they had a drone show. Cool.
The drone show. They had the fireworks at the very end. They had
big turnout. Looks like.
Oh yeah, it was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Great time. So yeah, and those medals that we won, well, everybody that finished, they got those medals, and they're really good quality Mardi Gras medals. So yeah, it was a really good time. Really enjoyed it.
That's great, man. Yeah, Mardi Gras. We're coming to the end of it. I know we have somebody that I work with went down this weekend to New Orleans, first time down there. I said, yeah, that's gonna be a body wash. Watch out. She's staying on Canal.
Okay.
And so she's right around the corner from the French Quarter. So yeah,
she's staying out of the blast. So she's on the fringes.
Yep. But anyway, that was my last word tonight. Just want to let you guys know that Mardi Gras went well up here this year. No big news like, people fucking up or anything like that. So that's a good thing.
Talks about that going over to the Bossier side like it used to? I know Bossier kind of put the kibosh on that.
They did put the kibosh on it. And they thought about it at one time, and Bossier doesn't want a part of it anymore, dude. They really don't. Yeah, they just you know how it is, man. They'd rather spend their money on public improvements around here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
it's a different vibe. Across the river,
it's a different vibe. Yep, absolutely. You know, it's all about the Air Force Base. They want to make things safe for the Air Force Base and everything on this side of the river. So anyway, okay. So boys and girls, it is time for the Simple Jack. For that award that we give out weekly. When where did I do here? Where is okay?
I don't know, man.
It's out of order for some reason. Oh my gosh, where did the Simple Jack Award graphic go? Where did it go? Have you been playing with the graphics, bro?
No, I do not fuck with that
Gone.
stuff.
It has disappeared. Where is the Simple Jack Award? Oh boy, I'm in unterrified. There he is. Where is it? Oh my God. Okay. Well, the Simple Jack Award. Hang on a second. I'm going to hit the loop. Hit it again, Dan, if you know where it is, because I can't find
it right now. And action.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The Simple Jack Award, boys and girls, is an award that my brother gives out weekly for folks that, are trying to do the right thing, but they sometimes just can't quite get it done. And this time around, we have a special for the Protect and Smuggle edition of the Simple Jack Award this time around. But Danny, I'm going to read the headline and you can tell them all about it, brother. Circumvent the law. Border Patrol agent busted with 16 bricks of cocaine in Atlanta airport. Convicted. Go, man. What's this all about?
Well, he's carrying his weapon. He's a border patrolman. So when he's carrying his weapon, he can bypass the normal customs procedures.
Yes.
So he bypasses that with his carry-on. But the dog that's on patrol and on duty says, "Yo, man, you might be able to get past them jokers, but not me, man, because I smell some stuff." So hold up, bro. And yeah, the dog alerted to it, and he was carrying lots of cocaine. So he went full retard on the protect and smuggle scale, and that's all I have to say about that.
Oh, no, you got me when I want to look at stuff.
Do it, bro.
Never go full retard. Never go full retard.
And I love the guy's name, Ivan Van Beaverhoot.
Beaverhoot.
I mean, I'm not making this up, guys. Hang on.
The Beaverhoots are well known to be smugglers, dude.
I've got to show you. I've got to show you this. I have to show you. Look at this. That's his name. Van Beaverhoot.
It's awesome.
Is that crazy? Oh my God, that is nuts.
The danger zone.
Danger zone! Danger zone! Danger zone!
The danger zone.
Danger zone! Danger zone! Danger zone!
The danger zone.
Danger zone! Danger zone! Danger zone!
Thank you. I was about to say, I had it looped, dude.
I know. I guess you didn't take the loop off. We're going to get better at this, people, now that I have access.
Danny has been trying to throw me off the whole day. But you know what? You have to be really good to throw me off. I've been doing well, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, dude. You're doing good, man.
Doing fine. Anyway, boys and girls, that's our show for tonight. Let me let you know what's going on with everything before we get out of here. Let me... Unbelievable, dude. That is crazy. I'm trying to get your music going and you throw a video on me. Damn.
It up, B.
All right. I'm trying to wrap it up, bro. I'm trying to. I really am. Boys and girls, you're watching State of the Atmosphere and you're you're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix. See, it's compiling. It's the concussion from all the videos being thrown at me. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. You can check us out. We'll fill you in on everything that has to do with the clown show that is 2025. Tomorrow morning on Pop Culture Minefields channel, they'll be doing Dennis Quaid's Savior. I've never seen this one. I'm going to watch it, but I might make it for the end of this show. But I've got my 6-month checkup tomorrow, so I'm probably not going to be on for most of it. But definitely go check out our friends Gary, Martin, and Anima as they talk about Dennis Quaid's Savior tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then at 4 p.m. Central Time, I'll be on It's Only Talk and Roll with Brian from That 70s Rock Fans channel. And we're going to be talking about Van Halen, the David Lee Roth years. This is my favorite version of Van Halen. I really dig it. And we're going to be talking about it at 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then Tuesday, I start my streaming week on my channel with Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And this week, it's the first week of the month, so I'll be playing DC Universe Online with my good friend Lunatic. You guys come check it out Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time on my channel. And then, of course, everything pop culture comes your way on State of the Atmosphere this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll be talking about all the stuff that has to do with the Oscars and everything else pop culture, and of course checking in on Sydney Sweeney during the show. So come check it out, 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then Friday, it's Sketching the Privateer, the story of America's pirate patriot. My passion project comes to life every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time on my channel. And then at 8 p.m. Central Time, you want to head back over to Pop Culture Minefields channel for Gaming Night with John as he plays Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands on his computer with a whole bunch of mods, man. He has a good time, and Knock and Jed trolling the whole time while he's playing. So you guys go check it out. It's a lot of fun. 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And this Saturday, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I don't know how frequently I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. We're going to do a watch party of Zorro the Gay Blade. It's one of my favorite movies. Me and Danny grew up watching this movie, and it's very funny.
It's a classic.
And I'm calling this series We Laughed at Each Other because that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with movies that, they couldn't make today. They couldn't make this movie today. There's no way. People would be so offended it wouldn't even be funny. So you guys come check it out. We're going to be doing our watch party on my Discord channel, and I'll be putting up the Discord link in the chat for that show. So you guys go check that out Saturday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern as we watch Zorro the Gay Blade on my Discord channel. And then, of course, Sundays is always the Brothers Hack the Matrix. So for myself and the guy at the controls, who is also the brains behind Sharkin' for Pearls.
Sharkin' for Pearls, man.
Get it wherever your music is, wherever you get it.
Free for your listening pleasure.
Free for your listening pleasure until he starts making tons of cash from it. Then you're going to have to pay through your nose. So don't forget it. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's right. Hit it, dude. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on, bro? But anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.